My name is Maria Teresa, and I am a fourth-year architecture student at the College of Architecture, Art and Planning of Cornell University. I am from Guatemala City, the land of eternal spring. Growing up, I wanted to be an archaeologist. I was interested in the objects people had left behind and how these objects told their stories. It was over time that I realized that architecture speaks just as much about us as our words do. Our thoughts, memories, and health, they are all influenced by the spaces we inhabit. An architect has the power to tell people stories through her work. After that, I left my amateur testing kit and began to look around me. Architecture is a scientific art, one whose value derives from the problems it deals with and the way it tackles them. The process is what makes it powerful. I like to conduct research. Although I am no longer an archaeologist in the making, histories are an essential element to my design process. What is a site's story? Who was there before and who is there now? What kind of activities have taken place there over time? What kind of environmental, social, and cultural connotations does it carry? And how is the narrative to be continued? Who am I designing for? Who are the people that will be affected by my designs? What are their needs? What is the story that they want to tell about themselves? Using these histories as tools, I can begin to speculate about what the project wants to become. I study precedents. What are their preconditions and how do they differ from mine? I solve one problem at a time through sketches and models, and then I reshape it with the introduction of another one. I address the specifics of different scales with the help of a digital model, and I will transform the project once more. The project I submitted to Gensler is Urban Forest, a statement for the re-establishment of Buffalo as a great U.S. city in the 21st century. At some point in its history, Buffalo was known as the Queen City of the Lakes, a fame largely due to its success in the grain trade. Urban Forest seeks to revive this mercantile past through an interdisciplinary think tank and residence, where research and innovation can take place. The project boosts the local economy by providing residents with the means to support their future with the skills learned at the facility. Situated on Main Street between the emerging arts district and the medical district, the site can bridge the arts and science communities, as well as west and east neighborhoods. It will be a point of destination for the adjoining neighborhoods and for Buffalo citywide. Urban Forest is a place for leaders and innovators who need space and equipment to work and carry out research. Take a weaver, for example. The urban forest will provide everything they will need throughout their journey. A greenhouse for growing cotton, which is kept between 65 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit. A lab for processing cotton, where it can be made into usable material for works of art. Office and studios where residents can work on new projects and meet with those interested in their craft. Study spaces where they are exposed to new ideas. And exhibition and retail spaces where they can introduce their crafts to visitors and colleagues and sell their products. Through studies of modular housing and educational institutions, I arrived at an interior forest of volumes that connect through light circulation, creating an open environment that is a catalyst for spontaneous encounters. This forest is structured into 4 main components. At the top of the building, piercing through the ceiling, there are 4 greenhouses that let light in. The herb greenhouse for culinarians, the vegetable greenhouse for farmers, the cotton greenhouse for weavers, and the flower greenhouse for botanists. While all of them are sized equally, each is specialized, demanding different atmospheric conditions and different levels of sun exposure. Underneath, the micro-living spaces allow for interaction between residents as they share communal spaces. The specialized production areas and offices are connected by study areas that are open to the ground floor. Below, the ground floor ties the interior with the exterior by creating an open, privately owned public space. These spaces will heighten the production of goods, the interaction between locals, and the potential for innovation. I believe that the built environment can be a stimulus for better lives and better communities. My design for Urban Forest is rooted in the notion that collaboration and communication are the best tools for learning. There is not one mind behind a great project, but many. At Gensler, I would be able to learn in a collaborative environment that will help me grow as an architect and learn about the multiple perspectives that go into the creation of our environment. My name is Maria Teresa Moreno. Thank you for your time.